So Fat Joe is apparently being sued. You know, the dude TA, I told you guys that I saw TA in the Bronx and I stepped to him, like seen them, and I'm like, yo, what's up? Your TA, right? He's like, yeah. So he be so people I just seen like a certain episode where people were like, he hasn't been around and like he's out of sight, right? Like he's nowhere to be found. Bro, I found him right on 163. I think in between 163 and 164. That's exactly where I just saw him at. Recently, in days, like not even a month, bro. And I'm putting a lot of days ahead. You get it? Because I be lost like that. I don't follow up with the dates, the time, none of that. The volume. So I just saw TA in the Bronx. Facts. I live in New York City, just in case. And I go to the Bronx daily, and that's exactly where I seen him at. Don't believe me? Ask him. I don't care if you don't believe me anyway, but I have no reason to lie. But apparently, he seems to be taking Fat Joe to court. And this whole thing just blew up. But me, I'm saying, bro, why are the dudes are just talking loose? And that's the problem. That loose. Certain people are being asked questions and the so-called creator is acting like he's creating and like they making videos and you're trying to tarnish Joe. You're talking mad shit about Fat Joe because you're happy. Oh my God, they going to jail. I never seen creators or so-called thug or street niggas so happy that, oh my God, that's Pistol Pete. Oh my God, he just put his words in his mouth. Bro, shut up. You sound stupid. Word, bro. Like, I don't personally know TA, so I don't care about TA, right? I know Cuban Links, Tony Sunshine. I know Pistol Pete. People like that, I'm not going to lie and say I don't care about. I know them. I don't know TA. I don't know TA. I don't know TA. So I don't care nothing about TA, right? But if he was right, even if he was right, I got to be honest. He's wrong. He's wrong. He'll be wrong to a person if you know certain people. That guy is just the wrong dude, right? But for the most part, I'm trying to deal with the truth. And it's just bad when everybody's just talking about it and nobody's getting nowhere. I see a lot of people acting like they making content and you're just out to shit on people. To shit on Fat Joe, to shit on everybody. And that's what I find wrong because today it'll be Fat Joe that they putting light on and trying to tarnish his name, his reputation. And tomorrow, it'll be you, homeboy. Facts.
Fat Joe has been hit with an explosive $20 million lawsuit for allegedly coercing his ex-hype man into thousands of sexual acts. In a graphic 157-page lawsuit, Terrence T.A. Dixon accuses Fat Joe, whose legal name is Joseph Cartagena, of more than a decade of abuse. The details so disturbing that there's a big trigger warning in the red on the first page of that filing. Dixon alleges that in the lawsuit, Cartagena forced him to, quote, humiliating situations, including sex acts, performed under duress and surveillance. Dixon claims he personally witnessed Cartagena engage in sexual relations with girls as young as 15.
Come on, bro. With girls as young as 15. What bothers me is that, all right, if Fat Joe and them was dealing with girls as young as 15, let's say, what were you doing? You was there. You're saying you was there. So it doesn't make no sense to me, bro. It doesn't make no sense to me, bro. All right, I'm going to put, and what, he's going to say exactly what he's probably saying. Why you didn't say nothing then? Oh, because it was for your well-being. You needed a place to live and all that. And for those of you that think that the guy TA is hiding, I just saw him. I just saw the guy TA on 163. If I'm not mistaken, I seen him on 163. It's like a block over from the court, wherever the fucking block the court is at, because I don't keep up with blocks. I could go to a spot for 10 years straight. I know how to get there. I don't know what you call the street. Facts. I could live up the block. We don't pertain. You get it? So, but right now that everybody's happy, like, yo, Fat Joe's going down. Oh my God. And all this because he's the one being blamed or some bad shit is being put on his name. It's just crazy to me. Facts.
One of whom Cartagena was allegedly in love with and contemplated leaving his wife for. An attorney for Cartagena says the lawsuit is...
He'll never leave his wife. They saying that Fat Joe was going to leave his wife for that girl. Whatever girl he met or he meets, he'll never leave his wife for no girl. He would have left already. In fact, he speaks recently on things he's doing with his wife. Like, you people are crazy, bro. And that's why, anyway...
is a blatant act of retaliation. NBC's David Romo is on the story for us. And Stephen, Cartagena initially sued Dixon, and now Dixon is suing Cartagena. Both sides are...
That's the problem. Fat Joe, because they saying Cartagena, Derek Dixon, they saying these names, and it sounds like some famous baseball players from another country or whatever. Fat Joe put in a lawsuit first, and then the kid TA decided, I'm going to put in a lawsuit like to countersue Fat Joe because he was trying to talk, right? And that's the thing that this guy put up. A lot of these people have that where Rich Porter is talking and calling this dude, Pistol Peter's calling this other dude, and y'all dudes is just posting that and enjoying yourself and having a good time, because to a lot of you soft bird niggas, facts, that are not in New York, it's just content to y'all. You get it? It's just content. But you better hope, and I don't give a fuck. You get it? I'm not Fat Joe. I'm not none of them niggas. You just better hope that you stay where the fuck you live at. And don't ever pass through New York, nowhere near none of us. Facts. If you ever even lived in New York, because these niggas are derelicts, bro. And when you turn around, there's fucking trees all around where you live at, nigga. Y'all niggas is weirdos. But let's get it. On the lockout.
are trading allegations here.
Yeah, a lot of allegations here, but the lawsuit filed today has a lot more graphic content, if you will, Tom. Cartagena actually sued Dixon back in April on allegations that, as a former employee, he was trying to extort him for money. Well, Dixon's suit that was filed today is a lot more than just a typical employment dispute. The complaint does accuse Cartagena of underpaying him, but it goes on with many more allegations, claiming Cartagena would bring women to hotel rooms and make Dixon have sex with them in front of him and others. It also alleges that Cartagena would fly underage girls into the U.S. from Europe and that he paid for plastic surgery for one of them, and claimed that the minors were frequently cut off financially and discarded when they became non-compliant. Now, Cartagena's attorney claiming that those claims in this lawsuit are complete fabrications and lies, and saying, quote, the lawsuit filed by Tyrone Blackburn and Terrence Dixon is a blatant act of retaliation, a desperate attempt to deflect attention from the civil suit we filed first, of course referencing that lawsuit originally filed back in April, Tom.
So we have another famous rapper being hit with a RICO charge, and we talked about Sean Diddy.
No. He's not another rapper, famous rapper being hit with the RICO charge, you fucking idiot of a man. There's no RICO charge. That's not a RICO charge. Fat Joe is not being charged with a RICO charge. So you have to get your fucking litigation situation in the correct manner before you speak. Facts. Because You do make mistakes too, old man.
Combs' trial earlier in the newscast. He's also, of course, being accused of building a criminal empire here. And several of the people connected to this lawsuit have ties to other big cases, including Diddy's.
Yeah, a lot of the players involved have connections to these cases. Joe Tacopina representing Joe Cartagena, of course, that's Fat Joe. He's also represented a lot of other big clients, including President Donald Trump, A$AP Rocky. He actually turned down representing Sean Diddy Combs himself. And then we have Tyrone Blackburn there on the right, who is right now representing Dixon, but he is...
I ain't gonna lie, Tyrone representing Dixon, that's TA. Yo, Tyrone, you look like you was hungry, bro. You a lawyer, that don't mean you got money, bro. A lawyer does, listen, stop thinking that lawyers have money. Oh, he's a lawyer. Yeah, but who was he a lawyer for? Nobody in 10 years. This nigga right here, he could have money or not. I don't know. I really don't care. I know that he looks like a bag of shit. Facts. You look wow, my dude. Oh shit, he's gonna sue me. Yo, Joe, you better come get me, bro. Yo, Fat Joe is not laughing at this situation because Fat Joe wants to kill you, right? And I know this. But is he gonna kill you? Probably not, right? Is somebody gonna die? Probably so, right? But I don't know. But what I could tell you is that you guys are making it like a murder is going to happen tomorrow. And you got to relax, homie. Because you're watching YouTube and y'all get open like, oh my God, Fat Joe's going to jail. Oh my God, he says he's going to kill him. And you motherfuckers give niggas indictments. You niggas. Facts. And then when you in Rikers Island with us, you shook. So shut the fuck up, nigga. First of all, 90% of the niggas that is talking about this shit, y'all ain't never been to prison a day in your life, bro. And you talking about Fat Joe not knowing that what you're saying could get you in more trouble. Like, y'all don't make no sense, bro. Yo, I'm going to let go my dick so a lot of y'all can start grabbing it. Yo, did he just say that? This nigga's crazy. Get off my dick.
Is also representing music producer and rapper Lil Rodney in a separate case that is against Diddy. The lawsuit filed by Dixon is a civil.
Diddy has nothing to do with Fat Joe, although Fat Joe, of course, at one point or another, is friends. You know, we love Diddy. We love Diddy. I love Diddy. I love Diddy. I love you, Diddy. Free Diddy, you heard? Ha ha! Free Diddy. Yo, Diddy, we love you, baby. I just lied, though. But anyway, check this out.
And he told Variety, which is my source right now, he said, this is the right way to fight Joe through the system. You can't fight him no other way. Joe thinks he's God. Joe thinks he's untouchable. So, again, I don't know who's right or wrong. I don't know the details, but this is bigger than I think people thought initially, because it's not just that he's saying Fat Joe did something. When you start getting the civil RICO, the other thing that civil RICO can do is, as we learned with Diddy and Cassie, it can spark a criminal investigation. Yes. Mm-hmm. So, so this could get huge.
But it's not. You know how it's going to get huge? If y'all little motherfuckers on the internet keep boosting it. Yo, Fat Joe is being charged with rape and saying all this other crazy shit. He's not being charged with rape, bro. Again, I just went over like minute what he's being charged with, right? And it seems, and again, right, because a lot of people are my friends or people that I talk to, so this is against nobody, right? Like, I could get along with Cuban Links, which I do, right? I happen to think Cuban Links is one of the rappers that we all grew up looking, I can't say looking up to, but looking towards. Like, we all wanted to rap. We all rappers in New York. We all do music. So we all looked to them dudes. When I finally got to meet Cuban Links, well, it was an awkward situation. I was really mad at the nigga, but then we got to speak and we got better. The only reason that you see Cuban Links and all these other dudes talking, dudes that might have, you thought you knew them, they came through my channel first. And then they started talking to everybody they saw me talking to. You get it? So it's like you're seeing like a clone of my channel. You see it through YouTube now. You get it? But this is a clean version of On The Lockout. And those are the dirty mites over there. But shout out to Cuban Links. I'm not saying Cuban Links is a dirty mite. I'm saying the platforms he's been on. But do I like Cuban Links? Right now, I'm upset at Cuban Links, right? But in my own head, and I got my own reasons to be upset at him, and he knows why, unless he's making believe. But I'm definitely gonna tell him. But I don't think Cuban Links has nothing to do with this thing here with Fat Joe. I mean, is Cuban Links adding fuel to the fire? Of course he is. Of course he is. So I'm not just going to say that he's not. Like me, right? Like me, per se. If I was Fat Joe, like, I wouldn't be saying it because the light is on Fat Joe right now, right? Through all this shit. But whether I see TA or I see Cuban Links, they both going to get the pop off the same way. This is a fact. If I was Fat Joe, right? And I had this whole problem, whatever, boom, I'm popping on Cuban when I see him, and I'm popping on him. Facts. And I'm looking for them daily with no sleep. So I don't know. And I say that just because people might be saying, like, I see Cuban Links talking about it. Yeah, I see Cuban Links talking about it more than TA. TA put that lawsuit and disappeared. You don't see him on social media no more. But that's what you should have did from the beginning. You get it? If you was going to put in a lawsuit, which he wasn't, apparently he was trying to get a few dollars from Fat Joe, and that's that. But eventually, it still would have came through the lawsuit. So Fat Joe not giving you a penny after that, he did the right thing. Because I understand litigation niggas. You get it? And dudes that want to take you to court. Mind you, the only reason why Fat Joe, because people could say, yeah, but Fat Joe took him to court. The only reason Fat Joe took him to court was because what boy was doing, that's tarnishing his career. Right? But one thing that Fat Joe has to learn, and this is, I say this, bro, is you got to learn how to have your people. Like, yo, y'all got to stop talking, bro. You get it? And I probably could get, well, he could probably just call, but I could probably see Pistol Pete, or the KAR nigga, what's the Moreno's name? I keep forgetting, bro. My bad. That I said his name, then Hassan and them started saying it. But I could see them. I could tell them something faster than probably Fat Joe can, right? Because he probably don't have their number or whatever. And I'm on the block. Like, yo, boom, yo, Joe said, right? Because I figure like Joe needs to really sit down and tell these niggas like, yo, y'all can't be talking nothing about this, bro. Like right now it's up, right? Like people know this whole thing happened, a whole lot of talks about it. And it's like, yo, put your words away, put the guns away, whatever it may be. I just talk like that. I'm not saying Joe got guns or nothing. Right? I don't know Joey or nobody in Terror Squad forever having a gun in their life. Right? In fact, they don't got no guns. They got water guns. So I don't know. So it's just sad. It's just sad. That's all I have to say. And I know that Fat Joe is like, damn, bro. Right? Just when his podcast, and I guess that's the haters, because haters will do that. They see your podcast is popping. I even seen it, because I could talk about the things that I don't like about Joe, right? Like the times that he was talking about podcast episodes or whatever. So I could see that too, right? That podcast was whack. No, it wasn't whack. It's just that you don't like Fat Joe, so it's going to be whack to you. The podcast wasn't whack, and ain't nothing changed with my show. It's the same. It's just that right now you a fraud and you a bitch, and I'm not saying nothing that you like. You don't want me to be talking, defending Fat Joe. So that's why you be like, yo, War, your show used to be cool, but homie, I don't give a fuck about you. Get the fuck out. Unsubscribe. Eat a dick. Like, bro, stop playing, homie. You get it? Like, who the fuck you think you talking to? You get it? Like, yo, I used to always watch your show. Well, don't watch my show no more, son of a bitch. I'm not gonna miss you. I don't even know who you are. You get it? I don't even remember your name. I just see that you say, oh, I used to always watch your show. So why? Now you're not going to watch it no more because I'm in favor of Fat Joe? I got a million reasons why I could hate Fat Joe. I'm just speaking what's the truth, right? You know, anybody that knows me knows if your shit is valid, I'm going to say something valid. If your shit is traca, I'm going to drag you, period. That's valid to me, to any real nigga, but you being the fake niggas that you are, you would say that. But here's the thing. I don't give a fuck, homie, because you could unsubscribe. You probably not even subscribed, right? But here's the way this works. And let me tell you, I'ma always be litty. As long as I make content, I'm always going to have followers, subscribers, and all that, homie. Because every day, when I diss somebody or something happens, 10 people leave. When I wake up the next morning, 60 new ones come in. It's like a moving traffic. This shit is amazing, homie. And in case you didn't know, and you're slower than a small fry, I have multiple platforms. This is not my only platform. In fact, this is the platform where I post on the least. I put up some Fat Joe videos, and all them videos get 3,000 likes, 16,000 likes in less than a day, homie, on my other channels. Facts. And I've been posting Fat Joe videos since them channels opened. Facts. And that was in early when YouTube first started. I promise you. So I've made some money off of Fat Joe, so I'm going to speak the truth. And the truth is that anytime that somebody's getting paper or fixing their life up, there's always going to be somebody. You think that kid really had an upper hand on Fat Joe to take him down? You think Fat Joe would have got rid of him? Hell no, bro. You don't get rid of a dude that could take your whole enterprise down. I would have kept him near me. Fat Joe's not stupid. You get it? So I doubt that he has anything that's going to hold weight. The same way the courts are laughing at his lawsuit right now, they're going to laugh even more. I'm just saying my opinion, right? I read up on it. It sounds like a crock of shit. If it was something that was solid, I would have said it. I would have been like, oh shit, his shit is solid. But here's what's making it solid. When you send it to somebody else, when you got people that didn't like Fat Joe anyway, and you got this asshole talking, and then another moron that's mad at the whole hip-hop industry because he didn't make it in the industry. He has a podcast, and he puts it on his podcast. Like that kid. What was that Moreno's name? Whatever the fuck. I'm going to play his shit right now. But he's talking mad he's not talking bad about Fat Joe, but he's talking bad about Fat Joe. Because if you let any audio just play and don't have a rebuttal on why you let it play, then you let it play and stopped it where you wanted to stop it, because that's what the only thing you want the people to know about. You don't want them to know the truth. Facts. So I'll just feel like a bird if I wasn't going to hold down Fat Joe, Terror Squad, or nobody, and I know these people. I mean, I literally know these people. So I'll just be here feeling like a dick if I wouldn't say nothing. You get it? Like you're gonna have a million YouTubers content. Oh, I know Fat Joe, I know Tony Sunshine. They never met not one of these niggas, bro. Not one of these niggas. Facts. I've met these niggas. I've been around these niggas. I go to these niggas' blocks on a daily basis, and I never talk about them. Never. But when shit pops off like this, I'm gonna talk about it, bro. You get it? And anyway, I don't even need to say that because then I'll be in court, because anybody that knows me knows you will be hospitalized. Facts. So let's hear this from the doctor. Yeah, a nigga comment and be like, yo, man, I used to love your content. You're a hater. You get it? I would love you to leave. Unsubscribe, leave, motherfucker. What you want me to do? Suck your dick? You only saying that because I'm sticking up for Fat Joe, and that's not what you would want. Fuck you, my nigga. Who are you? I don't need supporters like that. You're not a supporter. I make one piece of content. Hold up. That's wrong what y'all doing to Fat Joe. I'm sticking up for what's right. This is right shit. Right? This is right shit. Righteous shit. And you're like, yo, I'm not supporting you no more. But, bro, I don't remember even getting $1 from you. Well, fuck you. You get it? Yeah, like, you think you was supporting me, my nigga. I was supporting you by letting you follow me, nigga. Because if you don't know, I block man niggas daily. Facts. But as the minute I'm saying something good about Terror Squad, yo, I don't fuck with you no more, man. I used to love your content. Get the fuck out of here. Get a life, homie.
I don't know if this was given what Homeboy thought it was given, though. Like, because you're basically admitting that you knew, if this is true, that you knew that there was sexual activity happening with underage people, and you stood by.
So then why you stood there? If you knew this is all a lie, that's because it's all a lie. It's all made up lie. And when we lie, you get caught in your own lies. You got to eat them shits.
Idly and did absolutely
for 16 years.
Mm-hmm.
But
right. I think his message.
So you say he was afraid?
Yes.
Yeah,
he was afraid.
I think that's what he's saying.
But he's not saying the facts. He's not afraid, bro. He's a thug. I met him. I literally met him in the street. Stepped to him like, yo, what up? Recently, not even a month, not even 2 weeks ago, I just ran into son in the street and I stepped to him like, yo, what up? It's Warpath from On the Lockout, nigga. Facts. I explained to him the whole Tony Sunshine thing and all that. He's like, nah, yeah, I know. I be knowing. And mind you, all this happening with Terror Squad, people talking about he's hiding. He not hiding. He live out there. And I even told him, what you doing out here, bro? You on 1663, 164. Fat Joe and them is right over there. Like, and that day that I was talking to him, if I'm not mistaken, my man told me, yo, your boy Tony Sunshine is around the corner with KAR. He was with that dude that these niggas were just arguing with. Zip with the drip in them from KAR. I just keep forgetting his name. My bad, bro. I apologize, bro. I call him KR. He has the KR chain. He's always on 167. But somebody told me Tony Sunshine was over there talking to them because niggas know how close me and Tony Sunshine were, but they don't know the whole story, right? Not that if I don't see Tony Sunshine, it's not like I won't say what's up to him or whatever, right? Unless he comes at me sideways, then he knows I'm gonna bend. I'm gonna go bananas, right? But he was over there. I was like a block from him talking to somebody, and they told me, yo, Tony Sunshine's over there. I'm like, so what? I'll see him later if I see him. And I went about my day, and that's when I bumped into this guy. So he's not hiding. That's what I'm saying. He's not hiding. He's right. And I even told him, like, yo, what you doing here? Them niggas be over there. I just came from there. Facts. And he was like, hey. So that's how it be, man. A motherfucker be right in your battleground, sleeping right in your same project building. You don't even know where he's at. That's an easy thing to do, right? Because I've done that. Dudes looking for me. I got mad drama. Everybody looks for me in New York City. Facts. I was sticking and robbing everybody out this bitch. Everybody wanted to kill me and still do. But I never hide from nobody. I go to them same blocks. Why? Because they won't think that you around there. And I guess that's the way he was thinking. I don't know what he was thinking, but he's definitely lost because they'll catch him on them blocks and he is going to get beat the fuck up on them blocks, especially if he's by himself. Facts. I could just tell you 4 niggas that's going to pop his top as soon as they find out that's him. And not that he's not going to get busy. I'm not saying he's not going to get busy. Never that. I doubt that he's going to win. Right? But I just happen to see him walking. He's not hanging out there. He doesn't hang out outside because I'm outside with the fellas. I'm with Hocus 4/5 brother. I'm with Terrence. I'm with everybody. I'm on the block, bro. Facts. And every time you turn the corner, look down the block, you're gonna see Pistol Pete, somebody that look like Pistol, Pistol's cousin, Smitty. That's just the block. 167, right? You're gonna see Hocus brother, more or less, right? Shout out to Hocus brother. Hocus 4/5 brother is the guy that's in my pictures. Right here on my live streams, I think I put it. Yeah. Let's check this out, bro. What's gonna happen with Fat Joe? I believe nothing. Nothing is gonna happen, but I don't believe that Fat Joe should stay quiet about it. I think Fat Joe should come out talking like, boom, yo, this is what happened, and explain the story as it goes. Should Fat Joe stop making his podcast with no? Proceed, pop, with caution, because the people that are your fans that love you are gonna love you. Talk about it one time and one time only. That's it. Pop, no more. Bro, tell your people to fall back from the talks. You get it? But don't matter what one dude says, that didn't come out of Fat Joe's mouth, so it doesn't matter. And if you think that you're going to take Pistol Pete to court, and he might care about it, but you may not proceed with all your teeth to talk, just smiling like this. And depending on your age, I'm pretty sure those are the last teeth that you have. Right? And we all know how stupid a nigga could look if you're missing even one tooth. You know how stupid you look missing that one tooth, my nigga. You know how stupid you look.
If that's the case, he'd be more complicit.
What do you mean?
I mean that he played a role to cover it up. You was aware, you didn't see any issue with it at the time. If that is the case,
I think Fat Joe's going to jail over this, or if they going anywhere, negative. They not going nowhere. Nothing is gonna happen behind this. It's not real. is a made-up story. The dude trying to get something, some type of money. Nothing is going to happen with this. Y'all just all talking about it right now, so y'all making it viral because y'all have nothing to talk about. So the very same people that Fat Joe, this is why you need to be careful, though, and I'm just keeping it a stack. You need to be careful what you spit out your mouth because it comes back to hit you, right? Because plenty of times people say, I didn't like what Fat Joe just said. I was mad at it. I didn't like it. Yo, I don't think these dudes should be podcasting. Like, if podcasting and YouTube is only for celebrities, like, yo, bro, I'm not a celebrity, but I bet you in my neighborhood or even the block where I'm seeing TS, where Terror Squad be at, I bet you I'm more famous through that whole neighborhood more than Terror Squad niggas. Facts. I promise you that they don't even know who some of your Terror Squad niggas are, but they know who Warpath is. Facts. And I'm just using that assumption, right, in a clear way because people take things all wrong. I'm in no way dissing Joe or nothing. This video is in favor and supporting I don't know if really Fat Joe or just the truth, right? But what I tell you is a fact.
Well, if you was afraid,
But that's what he's saying is that he was coerced into
You'll get
it.
immunity for your testimony, and
them niggas, excuse me, they just use that as an angle. Them niggas don't be afraid. Them niggas be willing participants.
allegedly.
In these things. Allegedly. I'm not saying him. I'm
you
just
can be
talking
sued for that. Right.
You're right. Queen's Flip is right.
about. Thank you very much. Allegedly, people be willing participants, and it's not until things start to come down or things start to change where they want to use these angles, which is nothing wrong with it. If he felt, I don't think in the moment Joe was aware or he made it aware that he was uncomfortable. Or I think that he was.
If it happened, because
Yeah,
we don't
if
want
it
to
happened,
assume that he did have sex with underage girls. I don't want to put that on the table either.
I'm just talking about whatever. But even with the ghostwriting, even whatever. At the moment, I think a lot of niggas just be there for the ride. They there for the ride until time passed and they start to realize some shit.
Yeah, then they start to realize that the famous one here really is Fat Joe. Why weren't you working on your thing or doing anything for yourself? That's what happens when you think you could live off a man until you die. Fat Joe got sick of him. Yo, your time is up, bro. You've been living with us for 10 years, right? Or whatever happened, it was deeper than that. But I'm just putting it that short, right? But as a man, if you don't know how to get your own money, this is what you resort to suing the very same person that you just left because you wasn't feeling that way. If he would have let you stay living with him, we would have never known about this. You would have never talked nothing about this. You wouldn't be talking to Cuban Links, nobody. You get it? And I'm not saying Cuban Links like it's Cuban Links' fault, so get that out your heads. But did Cuban Links get super happy? Yes, he did. And I can't even blame him, right? Because what happened to Cuban Links didn't happen to me with Terror Squad. You get it? It couldn't happen to me. Period. I would have been did something about that. Facts. But it just saddens. It's just a sad situation. And I guess that now some people feel like the people that want to save Puff Daddy after you put him under the bus, you feel like this is good. This will help Puffy, right? Or whatever. Like throw the garbage and all the people that way, right? And get them off for Puffy. Well, here's the thing. You guys put Puffy where he's at. Facts. Or you fake fucking bots, or you fake people that comment and you're not real viewers, all types of shit. All types of weirdos commenting and Puffy shit. Like, that's an indictment, bro. I don't know, bro, because you probably don't understand it because you probably a real person, but that's exactly what goes on. But it's always free Diddy. I love P. Diddy. I love Diddy. I love him with all my heart. And I miss you, Diddy. And free Fat Joe. Yeah, it's always sad, bro. But I'd rather, they could keep Diddy and let go Fat Joe. Facts. If I had a chance, like, who you want locked up, keep Diddy for 1,000 years, bro. Free Fat Joe. But Fat Joe is not in jail, and he will never be in jail. Not over this petty shit. Facts.
They don't make it be known in the beginning.
Are we in a different... Is this just a different era now?
Yes, it's a different era. All you guys are rats, snitches, and y'all run to the internet and you say something and you think, oh, the cops are going to see it. Shut the fuck up. A nigga will boom you before the cops see anything.
I mean, is this going to be the norm from now on?
It's the norm. It's the norm.
I mean, forever, I'm saying.
It's the norm.
No, it's the norm because the U.S. is the most litigious place in the entire fucking world, and it's the
Oh, lock up. She said the fucking lock up. No fucking.
result of late stage capitalism.
Mm-hmm.
That's just a fact.
I guess hip hop seemed insulated from some of that.
How?
Because hip
Hip-hop sucks.
based on not snitching.
That's what I'm saying.
Other street principles, and now those are gone.
Those
Yeah, I
principles
couldn't
don't
imagine
exist
20
anymore.
years ago somebody's hype man.
This nigga just said snitching and all those principles are now gone. Nigga, come snitch where I live at. See if you don't get killed. These niggas they say whatever on the internet, bro. Don't let this internet shit gas you. You will die listening to this internet. You get it? These people that talk like that is because they don't be outside. I promise you.
I can see suing for royalty, suing for money, but
For sure.
this particular angle is interesting. And again, that's not the same thing as wrong with it.
It's interesting. That's weird.
If Joe did what he's alleged to do, he should be held accountable. I haven't seen this level of litigiousness in hip hop ever, and I didn't know if this was just part of a kind of the extension of Me Too.
Nigga, ever since
It's a money grab. Everybody's seen that you could sue a rapper and the rapper's gonna settle and give you the money. So everybody feels like, oh, let's sue him, let's sue him, let's sue him. But here's the thing, buddy. Fuck that. Whoever sues Terror Squad, I promise you, you're gonna have a hard time getting $1 from them. Facts. So good luck with that one, buddy. By the time that this case is over with you and Fat Joe, here's the thing. You probably be dead. Your kids are dead. Your mother dead. And I'm saying out of natural causes, bro. Somebody's going to be dead. Believe me.
6ix9ine did what he did and came back, and
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, 6ix9ine came back, but niggas, the police was just at his house. Dudes be trying to get all up in his house. Dudes is trying to sneak in his house and kill him. They don't tell you that shit because they don't know. They don't watch shit. They just watch whatever's super trending news, right? But I know there was just niggas in 6ix9ine's house trying to take him hostage. Facts. Pistol got tap wires talking about he never once said kill nobody. I know the tap wires that are there is the way it was read. He never said like he was gonna kill TA. Pistol is not that stupid, bro. I read them, I saw them, I heard it. Just the way that guy said it, he said it like a dick. He was putting it out there like if Pistol Pete meant that. He know what Pistol Pete meant. But Pistol Pete, if you know how to talk the way we talk, Pistol Pete didn't mean kill him or none of that. Facts.
people was receptive of it. Not well, like
Some people.
fans.
I'm willing to go to court for Pistol Pete and say I know exactly what he meant. Facts. Clearly. So they could call me and they could find me every day on his block. Facts. I'll go to court faithfully.
Enough.
Not the industry. And the niggas was hopping on records with him. It sort of put that snitcher shit like this for the new era. To me, look at Gunna. He was accused of snitching. He came back, had a #1, was it album? Yeah. Like nobody looks at it the way we look at it anymore. It's not looked at it the same.
That's the truth, because all these little young niggas is all rats. All of y'all are rats. All the younger niggas that came in after us, y'all niggas is rats. And y'all don't look at it the same. And here's the thing. You can't stand next to me. I will never talk to you if I even see you talking to Popo. Facts. If I even hear that about you. Facts. These niggas, they'll hug you. They'll hold your nuts and all that. I don't fuck with niggas like that. Stay the fuck away from me, bro.
I'm sure that the rat and shit plays a part. I think a lot of this is coming from financial literacy.
Poverty. Yeah. I think a lot of shit is coming from poverty. I think that
people know now.
No. I've been around you for 20 years. I was your man for 20 years. Let's just say I've seen you do some shit or I've done some shit for you, and now we parted ways. And now I'm fucked up. I'm back living in the projects, or I'm back, no disrespect to anybody in the projects, but I might not be living under the most ideal circumstances, and I'm watching you.
Yo, it's lame niggas like that nigga talking that y'all let get away with everything. My nigga, I don't live in a project. I live in a house, right? Facts. And we own the houses. But I've lived in the projects, homie. And I was never broke living in the projects. I had more money than the dude that owned the corner store. I had more money than the lady that owned the restaurant. I had more money than anybody on that block. There's plenty of people that are rich living in them projects, my nigga. So these niggas sound stupid when they talk like that. Facts. You know how many people I know that tomorrow morning or even right now are begging a dude in the projects to give them something that they need? Bro, stop it, bro. Y'all niggas, these niggas act like you could tell they ain't never been nowhere, bro. That's why I don't watch these niggas shows, bro, at all.
You still ascend financially. So I might feel like, yo, I did mad shit for you. I'm old. Mm-hmm. And the only way I can get that compensation is to sue you.
That's where the know-how comes in, because a lot of niggas might have been feeling like that before, but didn't know that. Shit, I could sue you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but this is what they gonna know now. Yeah, you could sue me, but I could kill you too. You could get shot for suing a nigga. Like, it's only gonna be up for people, bro. People gotta stop feeling comfortable. Nigga can't sue me, because if you sue me, I'm gonna look for you, nigga. Facts. I'm not gonna sleep till I find you. Facts. So a nigga will never sue me. And even if you was to sue me, you're gonna get $0. Because in my account, the feds, the FBI, the courts, they'll always find bam, 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 0, nigga. Facts. Yeah, you never see them outside. You already know how that goes. They never outside. They never gonna be outside, bro. Never. Never. And when you do see them outside, you see them like I saw TA. Oh shit, why you doing alone? I'll tell you why he was alone. Because he has no friends. And I'm not dissing him. I'm just keeping it a stack. Because he got barred from the Fat Joe squad. That was his last friends. He spent a lot of years over there. Could you imagine how your older friends feel now that you got to come back and be like, yo, my bad, bro. Can I hang out again? I don't know where the fuck he was going, but he be through there a lot. It was early in the morning. He was coming from some house up on 161. Fat Joe, whoever, Tony Sunshine, they know me. You know where I live at. You know all that. If you want me to show you what block it was, I'll definitely show you. I don't care about the I don't care about the internet. I don't care about judges. I don't care about courts. I don't care about nobody telling nothing, nigga. My name is Warpath. Y'all already know. Facts.
I'm gonna go. Cause this happening all across the board.
I'm gonna go get that same lawyer that won that case with such and such. I'm gonna go get them.
And the internet changes. Changes.
And these niggas think Fat Joe has all that money. This nigga said he want 20 million. What, you want Fat Joe to sell his ass? 20 million? Where he's gonna get the money from? Y'all niggas is bugging.
How the victim in these instances may feel in the 90s versus today. In the 90s, you're trying to take down one of the most powerful people in the world. You're gonna have a pretty hard time. Today, you can have an audience from day one of support and people believe in you and some action being taken. So I think there's a lot of.
Yeah, here's the thing. Do not get gassed with support on the internet. I could tell you, bro. Believe me. A nigga will be following you for 10 years. He'll hear one thing about you. This dude is lying, just made up a whole story, and he'll unsubscribe. So I keep it real with my supporters, but there's a certain few. Facts. Everybody knows that. I don't sweat nobody to subscribe because subscribers come to me daily. I get thousands of subscribers. I have numerous of channels. There's not my only channel, nigga. I'm outside in real life. I really live in New York City, nigga. You get it? I'm not pretending or none of that, nigga. And the people that know me, that be outside, that know, no, boy's not even lying. I'm being nice when I'm on here. Believe me. Yeah, so I could give a fuck if a nigga unfollow or you don't follow, nigga. You get it? Because I'm going to be living. You know why? Because you unfollow, you go about your business, and I'm going to be right here, my nigga. Thank you for leaving, son of a bitch.
Things in the pot. That's true. Agree.
Some other niggas, you know what they do? They gas y'all. Yo, everybody get a mic. Everybody got a blue check on their screen. My nigga, what you gonna do? Y'all all gonna talk at the same time? That niggas gassing you, my nigga. If you go to a platform and y'all all have blue checks and y'all all able to throw anybody out, that shit is a fucking game, that platform. Most niggas that do that are the niggas that are not monetized. He don't even care about his platform. You get it? These niggas is weirdos, bro. You gotta earn that shit from me. I give them out, but it's earned. As a matter of fact, I'm giving 5 out tomorrow.
Great. And there's more, even before we get litigious, I feel like the internet doesn't help because people just see you all the time, see you looking good, see you with a nice car, see you with the jewelry.
Now the feds got y'all. For the RICO, if the feds pick this up, they got these niggas already. Yes, because it was real. I did chase them niggas down. Now, is he saying niggas or niggers?
He said niggas, bro. Whatever he said, my nigga, you got to deal with it, bro. You don't even live in New York City. You're not even a New York City dude. Shut the fuck up, my nigga. This nigga's a derelict, nigga. This fucking fake Jay-Z ass nigga, wherever the fuck he came from, I can't even believe that this derelict was let in the hip-hop industry. Facts. And we've always felt like that in New York. Why you think he don't live in New York, bro? Facts. But listen to this other washed up nigga talk this stupid shit. My nigga, wash your fucking lips and your fucking face. You look dirty, my nigga.
It was me by myself. I ain't seen nobody else. I don't know. Percy said,
excuse him. He can't read, but we're going to try to keep up.
I don't know when that was because I was there for every situation. Mr. P, I was there for real. Keep telling on yourself. Oh, nigga, what are you going to tell the police?
He's not going to tell the police nothing because he's just having a conversation, you bitch-ass nigga. He's not thinking that a fucking detective like you is going to take this and post it and say, what are you going to tell the police? Nigga, if you could go get phone calls about me, nigga, I'll be doing life if that shit really existed, nigga. I threaten motherfuckers, I slap niggas, and you hear it on the phone while I'm really slapping the shit out of him, nigga. Like, nigga, I'll make you bug out. Facts. Like, this nigga's crazy. That's light. Play with Pistol Pete and think it's a game. Go ahead. Keep posting stuff that could jeopardize Pistol Pete. Good luck.
What are you going to tell the police, bro? I wasn't there. That wasn't me. I was lying.
Yeah, Jay kicked him out of his camp. He's mad at anybody that's hip-hop. Jay-Z did kick them out and kicked them out to another state. These niggas are not New York. There's another nigga. He's in another state claiming he's New York. This nigga is not New York. Even when he was in New York, he really wasn't in New York. These niggas are New York City niggas. You never see none of these niggas outside. I promise you. They be famous, whatever they are. They never in New York City, bro. All the blocks they say they're on. All right, you see Mano in them because I be on Mano's block. Mano in them, you're going to see. You're going to see niggas that'll pop your head off for Mano and all that. I be on his block. I've been on a lot of blocks. Facts. Wherever there's money in New York City, I'm coming to that block. Everybody know that. Not in 20 years ago, till date. Facts. But this nigga, we ain't never see this nigga nowhere, bro. Nowhere. First of all, this nigga look like he's smoking crack, worse than crack. He look like a dope fiend. And we're the ones that used to get high in New York City. And he looked like the dope fiend. Facts. I look like his counselor.
Oh my God. And yeah, no help.
But this is what happens when you give a broke nigga a few dollars for talking. He's thinking he's doing his thing. He's not thinking that his whole face could get broken just by talking this talk. And it's the truth. Somebody could break your face. No matter where you at, nigga. We've reached to where you at. Facts. When it's about something. And break your face real quick. Pop. It could happen, right? What you think?
These niggas by going off Vlad, giving a statement. Where's Vlad? Where Ye want to tell the police when they come in? Oh, I ain't talking. Oh, I ain't cooperating. Nigga, you will get 50 pulled into some whole other shit.
Gonna get him pulled.
These niggas, oh my God.
Look, all he's saying is these niggas, oh my God. He's just open because you was able to make a few dollars off the Pistol Pete content. Never fall short of this, bro. Anytime that we're saying, oh my God, and a nigga's hyped, right? He's only hyped because he's making the money off of all this Pistol Pete shit, all this Fat Joe shit, right? He just made money off of that. He just made money off of acting like he's on their side, but he's really fucking them over bad with this content. Facts. These are niggas that never had a dollar, my nigga. And I know where he comes from. That doesn't mean he was getting money, bro. I got money. I got money. I have money, money, nigga. Facts.
Tony Yayo, I don't know when that was. Pistol Pete said Tony Yayo was screaming outside because I did get into it with him and with them niggas. And them niggas did run from me at the jewelry shop. Says Pistol Pete. Percy, TA don't even live here, bro. Pistol Pete. Nah, no, I understand. My thing to you is, man, yo, Percy, listen, like I said, it wasn't like I was trying to make you feel bad or disrespect you, my brother. You fan base. I was just thinking the way it was, bro, to me, oh, it's a simple phone call, and it should be. I'm like, all right, let me call Percy. Let me call Percy and find out what Percy think.
Yo, fuck these niggas, man. All these niggas are the same niggas that if Fat Joe would have been called them and said, yo, bro, I need you to do so. Yo, Joe, what's up? What you need me to do? Jumping on his dick real quick. But right now, Fat Joe's being put out there for whoever wants to drag him. Go ahead, drag him. And that's what these clowns are going to do. Clowns like this guy right here. He's just going to jump on the wave, make content. He thinks he's lit, but he's not lit. This nigga said Choke is a gangster. Get the fuck out of here. Yo, bro, what are you, a square from Delaware, bro? How old are you, 2 years old? Nigga said Choke is a gangster. Choke is a gangster. Yo, I should block you, bro, just for that, bro. Facts. The nigga said Choke is a gangster, nigga. Oh my God. Holy shit. Let me see something. Oh, it figures. Yeah, it's always a nigga like this. He got this YouTube channel for 10 years. In over 10 years, you haven't had a picture of yourself up there, bro. You're a fucking freako, nigga. The nigga said Choke is a gangster. Choke is a piece of shit. Choke is dead. This nigga's a wild boy, bro. Yeah, Choke it. Bro, Choke ain't no fucking gangster. He's a bird, nigga. The fuck out of here, gangster. He's a pussy and a bird, nigga. A gangster. Shut the fuck up. This nigga said Choke is a gangster. Yo, he's the only gangster where he lives at. Nigga lives up in the fucking woods and the trees somewhere. Nigga dressed like a fucking old bum. You mean Choke is a grandfather, nigga? He ain't no fucking gangster, nigga. Nigga dressed like a fucking derelict, nigga. The only reason the nigga still gets a little views is because people feel and think that he knows hip hop because he was around some of the hip hop, but he wasn't really wanted in hip hop. That's the type of nigga, he still holds on to old fucking videotapes from 1968 and he'll pull them out. Oh, I have that tape. Nigga, you nigga's a fucking retard, nigga. After he removes all the roaches and all that from the tapes. Shut the fuck up, nigga. You sound stupider than that, nigga, bro. Anyway, bro, Terror Squad in the building. Free Fat Joe. Fat Joe's the truth. Facts. Don't let these people put nothing in your head, bro. Fat Joe, Pistol Pete, Rich Dollar, all them niggas official. When my mans came home from prison, Meg, rest in peace to Meg. Dudes from my neighborhood, from my block, born and raised. Them niggas went over there to even meet the bro. Facts. So when shit is real and it's just for you to be there for somebody, that's when I'm going to step up. You don't ever really see me talk about Fat Joe on this channel. I do, but not as much as on Golden Culture with a K. But shout out to Fat Joe, bro. Hopefully he won't pay no mind to none of these derelicts. Because the more Fat Joe talks about it, the more people make content about it. I said what I said. If I catch you talking about these niggas should get locked up or whatever, boo, right? And you're a person that shows your face the way I show my face, right? And I'm the one that should be hiding my face because I rob niggas in New York City every day. And I don't, because when I go rob niggas, I don't even hide my face. But y'all niggas showing your face, talking about niggas, don't ever let me see you. Remember, I'm always gonna live in New York City. Facts. And if I catch you, there's no letting you go. Believe that. Terror Squad.